Hi everyone, and welcome to this quick, simple video showing you how to navigate and use the basic features of our own Fluirse teacher online summer course platform. So firstly, to log into your course, quite simply go to the Fluirse website. So you can Google Fluirse or simply type in fluirse.com, whichever is easiest. So here's the Fluirse website here at the top of Google. And if you haven't already done so, you can go to the teacher summer courses section here at the top, or one of the links here underneath, and that will bring you to a list of the currently available courses which you can enroll on. And again, at the time of recording here, we've a special deal where one course is €69, two courses €89, and three courses are €99. So you can check that. Usually the most vital or up-to-date information is here at the top, such as login time and last time to complete your course, etc. So as the case may be here, you can see what courses are available, add them to your basket and so on, and register as normal, like you would on any kind of website. Once you've done that, you'll receive an email, and that will give you a username and password, which you can then use to access your training from the start date. And the start date in the case of 2021 is Thursday, the 1st of July, 2021. So at 9:30 a.m. on Thursday, the 1st of July, you'll be able to log into our training system. How do you do that? Well, quite simply, you can go to fluirse.com here and click on the green link above here to the training login, or you can go straight to the site, which is summercourses.fluirse.com. If you can remember that URL, you should have also got that in your email. So whatever is easiest for you. If you can't always remember, it's quite easy just to quickly go to fluirse.com and click on this link here, and it'll bring you straight to this page here. And then the username and password which you received in your email, you simply enter in up here in the username and password section. I should note at this point that if you check your email and you haven't received that email with your username and password, your login details, then you should check firstly your spam folder, and things like Gmail and other email clients. You might see a folder called spam, and that's where the email may have automatically gone in there. Sometimes in Gmail as well, there are other tabs such as social or promotions. And if you go into those sections, you might see the email in there rather than in your primary email. But if for any reason you haven't received that email with your login details, then no problem. Simply contact us. You've a number of ways of contacting our support team, and we're always here to help and happy to help. Email us at courses@fluirse.com. You can go on to fluirse.com and check our chat section and talk to one of our support team there, or you can phone us on 066-712-9828, and that gets straight to our team as well. So whatever is easiest for you, if for any reason you haven't received those details after registering for your course. But hopefully you have, and then you go straight to your username and password section here on our training site, and you enter in your username and password. So quite simply, my username is username here, USERNAME, and my secret password, I'm just going to enter in now. And then once I've done that, I click on the green arrow here to enter into my course. And if everything is correct, it should log in like so and bring you straight to your courses section. So what you should see here, for instance, is your name, whatever your actual registration name is. As you know, if you've uploaded your photograph previously, you can see my photograph there, or a version of me anyway. And here are the courses that I've registered on. So that's how you log in. Okay, now we're going to look at how to access your course. So presuming you're logged in, and how do you check that? Well, on the training side here, you go to the top right-hand corner and your name should be here, and you can check your profile with all your details, your phone number, your email address, etc., all here under profile. This might be important, especially if you're sharing a computer at home or in school, perhaps with another teacher who is also training on this site or training with Fluirse. They may previously be logged in, and that computer may stay logged in. So in an instance like that, you would go up here, click on the arrow, and actually log out first before logging in yourself with your details, as I showed you earlier. But anyway, presuming that you're logged in and your name is here and everything looks okay, you should see the courses that you have registered on previously listed below here under My Courses. In my case here, I've registered for 3 courses, FSC 2104, which is blogs and blogging in the classroom, and also the Introduction to Digital Media in your classroom, and the Teaching Pupils Remotely via Class, Dojo, Seesaw, and Google. Those are my 3 courses which I've registered on in this particular example. If for any reason then you cannot see your course or courses here that you registered on, you should click on All Courses, and that will give you a list of all our categories, and you can open up each category then and see all the courses listed underneath that category. And so there's the blogging course again that I'm looking at. If for any reason you get lost or a little bit confused here and you want to go back to your home page, well, would you believe it's called homepage here at the top, and that will bring you straight back to the your training homepage, where you can see your courses. So presuming that your courses are listed here, you simply click on the yellow button to log in, which is the click to enter course button. If your course isn't listed, and it's not, when you click here, you cannot enter the course. So if for some reason you're not registered on the course, simply contact our support team and we'll be more than happy to help you. But presuming you have your courses here as you would expect and they're listed under My Courses, select the course you want to start on. And again, we would encourage you not to start on any course until you've completed your previous course. So decide at the start which one you'd like to start on, and then click in to log into that. So in my case, I'm going to start with the first one here, which is blogs and blogging. I'm going to click into the yellow link and it should bring me to the home page of the course. And there we go. There's all the course content down here on the left, some handy links here to give me quicker access on the right, and resources down the bottom. So we'll have a look at navigating this page in the next section of these videos. Now we're going to look at basic navigation throughout your course. A little bit of rehash here from previous videos, but you'll forgive me, no harm to go over this a second time. So again, clicking to enter the course, you should be familiar with this at this stage. And I'm going to just show you how to navigate through your course in general. So again, opening the learner contract here, we just click from the top, and you have two options. Then you can remain within the screen here in normal size. And if you're going to do that, you just click on the image here, click on the main training space, and then you can use the arrow keys to go to the next page, or you can click on the slide link at the bottom here, the little boxes here at the bottom, to go to the next page and each subsequent page after that. The second option obviously is to maximize it, like here. So clicking on these two arrows here, and that will still give you the links at the bottom here, but you can also click on the screen and then use the arrow keys. So that just fills the screen. And then when we finish these 10 slides, we can go back to the previous view by clicking here. So I like this view because it just fills the screen. So let's go on to the first slide. And the first slide here you can see is a video. So to play these videos, there's quite a few of these in most of the courses. You just click, and most of you should be familiar with this through YouTube. Click play like that at the very beginning, and off the video plays. Again, I can pause it at the bottom here and so on. I can move the slider here to go back to the start of the video. I can skip on a little bit if it's something that I'm revising, and so on. I can even actually share the video up here with my friends if it's something that you want to share outside of the course. Anyway, once you've done that, it's then down to the bottom here to the arrow to go to the next slide, or the little button here to slide 3, and off we go again. So we work through like that. So as you can see, working through the slides, you just use the arrow or click here, or thirdly, just the arrow keys on your keyboard, and we work through like so. So again, when you get to the last slide, you can press the escape key on your keyboard, or you can click here, these two arrows, to return back to the normal view here. And then once we've completed that, we can click on course introduction to go to the next section. Or if you'd like to get a sense of where you are and always return to the home page, that's fine as well. Just click back to whatever the link is before the arrow here, which in this case is general. And that brings us back to the top here to the general section. And you can see that we've looked at learner contract and we're now ready to go on to course introduction. So let's go on to course introduction. So again, we're going to navigate through this, click on the screen. I'm going to use my arrows this time, and I'm going to read course introduction. I'm working through like that. And you can see all the content on the page there at the beginning. Now, in this case, once I've got to the end of this, the 8th screen, I'm going to go straight to module 1. So I'm not going to go back to the home page. I'm just going to click the link here and go straight to module 1, and you'll see it'll bring me straight here. So again, I'm going to maximize this time. I click on the screen, and I'm going to use my arrow keys of my keyboard to go to the first page here, the purpose of the module and the aim. I'm going to click the arrow key again to get more specific learning outcomes. Now I'm going to click here this time just to show you that there's an alternative way of doing this. I'm going to click here now for slide 5. And now again, to show you the alternative, I'm going to click the arrow at the bottom here to go to slide 6. Now, what we see in slide 6 is links. These will appear on your computer screen as either blue links, meaning they haven't been visited before, or a kind of a purple colored link, meaning that you've previously visited the page before. Regardless, these are external links. In other words, they will open up outside of the course. And once you are viewing these links, you need to record this time, or don't stress too much about it, but certainly if you're spending more than a few minutes outside of the course reading this in depth, certainly record that time as offline training time, because it's not recorded by the system. But if it's only for a few minutes, 10 minutes or 15 minutes, there's no problem. The system will record it. So when you click on each of these, you will get a new window opening on your browser. and you will be able to read what's on that screen. So once you've read or reviewed whatever that external link is, you can always just click back on the tab or previous window to go back to where you were at here and progress on through your course. So again, we click the arrow there and we move on. Now we're at the end of module multiple choice questions, or as we've summarized them here, MCQs. And so here, basically, you'll get at the introduction here, we're giving you a preview of the multiple choice questions that will appear at the end of this module. Now that might seem strange to somebody who's new to our training courses, but actually it helps you focus and helps you give an idea of what to expect. And sometimes by knowing what the questions are at the end of the module, it will allow you to focus on the content as you work through the course and watch out for what you really need to focus on. So these are the questions that are going to be asked at the end and you're going to be expected to be able to answer. I also find this useful myself sometimes when working through these courses as a kind of a confidence booster, to help you kind of realize that you really are learning, that you mightn't be able to answer these questions at the start of the module, and hopefully by the end you will, proving that the content is relevant and that you are actually learning quite a bit as you work through these courses, and hopefully that's the case. So there's a preview of the multiple choice questions that are at the end of this. You can see these are fill in the blank type questions, and then there's a selection one of 3 options here for this one. So that's the introduction to module 1, and we now move on to the first lesson. So again, I click on the bottom right hand corner there and I work through, and as you can see, I'm going through the content like so, and we work along like so. So you can see all the various different types of content. There's some of those videos and there's some images and diagrams and so on there. So you work through each module like so. You go on to the next lesson at the bottom when you've completed each one. And as you can see, let's just go back here for 1 second. You'll see at the end of module 1, when you've gone through all 4 lessons in this case, you'll get the summary with questions. So let's go to that. We'll pretend that we've done the previous 3 and we'll work through. Now you'll notice the difference down here on the right. These slides here with the little circle on them means that there's an assessment or multiple choice type questions at the bottom, and this means there's a summary at the end. So that just tells you what to expect. So you can see here that there are 4 slides of content after the introduction. So let's work through those. 1, 2, 3, slide 4. There's some external links which I might want to click on and look at, as I've explained to you previously. And then we go to the 6th one here and we get a question. So we can see, so what can students learn from a class blog? So I think it is to how to give constructive criticism. So I'm going to click on that one and I'm going to hit check, and I'm correct. So I can move on. So I move on to the next slide. So again, I click here. And what feature blogs are particularly not found on websites? So I'm going to try this one, but I'm not sure. I'm wrong this time. So I can check the solution by retrying. I think let's try this one. And I'm wrong again. And I could try this one and so on. So where was it? It must be posts and comments. So there we are. So now I've got that correct. I can move on. And these are all different. You'll see different ways of assessing and so on, but that's how you navigate those, and that's how the assessment is done. Once you've completed these and you've confirmed that you understand what was covered in the course, the module content, then you can go to the forums. So 2 ways to go to the forums. Again, it's the next link here at the end of the module, or if you're a little bit unsure, you can go to the breadcrumbs here. And actually there's the 3rd way, which is down here on the right hand side. You can go to module 1 forums. So there's probably 3 ways to get to this, and there's the forums. And again, each one has a discussion. So there's one discussion happening here in the first forum, which is about blogs, and we're going to respond to that. So again, I'm going to click, this is the main post here. So this is the first one that I want to answer, which is blogs are just extra work and a diversion for teachers rather than aid to teaching practice. So I want to think about my answer based on the course content that we've covered. And then I want to click reply here at the top, and I want to enter in my answer here. So I'll just put in some dummy text here just for the sake of this. And I'm going to go, once I'm happy with that, I might want to make a few changes to the text at the bottom here. I might want to put in a few paragraphs to make it a little bit easier to navigate. So that's all normal, like you would in any word processor. Once you're happy with that, just go post to forum and up that answer. There it is. There it is on the forum, and you can see everyone else can see that then. And then I'm going to answer and engage with some other teachers. So I can see here that Andrew has written testing. So I could reply to his post there and answer that. I disagree with Andrew, so I'm going to disagree with this person. I'm going to say, I think Andrew was 100% correct in what he said. And I'm going to spell check there, and I'm going to post that. Now, hopefully yours will be a little bit longer than mine, but certainly what we're looking for here isn't just text for the sake of text and answers for the sake of answers. It really is to get a little bit of engagement going, to discuss what you've covered in the course, and to really kind of to show that you understand what was covered, and also maybe to share some of your thoughts and experiences with other participants along the course. So once that's done, you've met the criteria. There's nothing to stop you engaging further by answering further posts and answering more and engaging with more and commenting on others. And of course, a lot of people like to read all the other posts, even if you're not engaging with them all, to see what people are saying and what their experiences are of the course and the course content. And once you've done that, you're ready to move on to module 2, which is here. You can click simply module 2. You can go up to the navigation here for module 2, or I can go here to the start of the course again, FSC 2114, 2104 should I say, and go to the start of module 2 again, working from the top down. I go to module 2 like that there and work through. Now we're going to look at the resources section of our courses. So again, looking at the basic interface, when you go to the home page of our training site, your courses should be listed here at the start. And again, you would log into or access your course by clicking on the yellow link here to enter the course. So again, I'm going to enter the FSC 2104 blogs and blogging in the classroom course, and you'll see the standard interface here, which we've covered a few times at this stage. And if you go down to the bottom, you'll see the resources section, which is everything that's covered basically down here and all the way up to there. So we've got a few things here, and I'm just going to quickly run through them so you understand what's covered here and this is common to almost all our courses. So you should broadly see this on your course as well, something very similar to this, if not the exact same. So at the top here, you have your end of course assignment. So this is a more substantial assignment that you complete only when you've completed the 5 modules of your course. So once you've got to the 5th module, you've completed everything that's required here, the form posts, you've also answered the multiple choice questions, and you understand all the content and watched all the videos and so on completely. When you've that done, you can then click here to start completing your assignment. And all the instructions for what to do on your assignment will be outlined at the top of the page here when you click on end of course assignments. You can see the very clear instructions. In this case, for my course, I'm asked to write a lesson plan for my class where I can post a class blog. So look at it, I'm given the details there. And to submit that lesson plan, I've got 2 options really. I can actually add the text here online, or I can create a file on my own computer and upload it afterwards. Now that's my preferred way of doing it. I prefer to create the document, say in Microsoft Word or using Windows WordPad. I prefer to type it there in my own time and then upload it here separately. But it's up to you. Once you've done that, you can save the document and click Save Changes, or you can type in here your content and save changes. The reason I like to do it offline, as I say, by offline, I mean I like to type it into Microsoft Word separately, is that sometimes you can lose internet access, your computer can crash, this system can pause or crash. And what you don't want to happen is having spent maybe a half an hour or an hour writing your assignment, putting in all the text here, only to find that the screen has crashed and you lose your work. So it's much easier and much more recommended to create this assignment separately in Microsoft Word, WordPad, or whatever the preferred word processor or document type that you're using. Save it on your computer, and then when you're happy with it, upload it here instead. You can just drag the file in here and upload it, or you can click here and add the file by clicking there and browsing through your computer to find the file. That's quite normal, and clicking Save Changes. Any problems with any of this sort of stuff, anyway, you can contact our support team and they'll talk you through what to do. But just a small point there, I would recommend not completing all the course here on the screen. I would recommend doing it separately and then either uploading it or pasting in the content here, just so you don't lose any of your work. One of the questions you might have in this case is, well, if I'm spending all that time creating my assignment, is my time being recorded as online time? And the answer is no, it's not. And in the case there, you need to record that as offline time. So just, if you're spending an hour or 2 hours creating your assignment, be sure to record that in your offline time separately, and which I'll just show you how to do that now. So let's go back again to our resources section. So this time I'm going to click, actually I'll click over here on the right just to, I'm going to click leave because I haven't done my assignment. So the next option here, or the next resource, is your course notes. Not every course may have course notes, although the vast majority do. The course notes are pretty much a summary of the course content, but it's also a great opportunity to get some additional resources and notes that the course author may have wished to add in to the course. So again, to get those, it's quite simple. Just click on them. The course notes will either open on your screen or they'll download here to your computer, in which case you can open them separately then on your browser, and you can see kind of the author and the details of the course and so on. So that's your course notes. A lot of participants in the past have taken those notes and printed them before they started their course, so they can use them as notes to work through their course as you work through each section, and also to take notes and to have little points and things to bring with you back to your classroom after you've completed your course. So always worth looking at that before you even start your training. The participants evaluation form, again, click on this and it will open up for you, and click answer the questions to answer the questions. This is just a requirement by the Department of Education that every participant gives some evaluation and feedback that goes directly to the department through us. So we'd ask you to complete that. And it's part of the requirement for completing a summer course. Each course you have to complete that form. And then down here at the bottom is the attendance record. This is where you can check your time spent online, but also you can record your offline time. And the requirement at present is you must spend at least 10 hours training online. Hopefully you'll find you're spending a lot more between the videos and the content of your course. But for the time you spent offline might be, for example, reading a website outside of this screen here, and outside of your time on this. So if you're spending perhaps 2 hours navigating on a different website, reading up on something related to the course that was suggested by the course author or in the course content, just record that time. Or in the example I gave earlier, if you're completing your end of course assignment and you're doing it perhaps on a separate computer or on a different screen, perhaps using Microsoft Word or Open Office or WordPad, something like that, and perhaps you spend 2 hours doing that, you want to record that time here because it won't be recorded by the system. And to do that, you click on attendance record and you just enter in your offline time here. So for instance, if it was the 29th of June and I spent from 2 o'clock on the 29th of June until 4:15 working on that assignment, I might just say working on my end of course assignment in MS Word. And a good old spelling there, a few typos, so we'll fix those. So that just gives me a description of what I was doing in that time. And once I'm happy with that, and check your time and check your dates, because it's easy to make a mistake here. So just make sure you have the right years and so on. Then we click save. And down the bottom, after clicking continue, you should see the offline time. So there it is, a total of 2 hours, 45 minutes. And you can see it there, the description of working on my end of course assignment. I've already given a previous example of this. So again, 2 hours, 15 minutes, and I previously spent 30 minutes on that. And there we go. We can see a total of 2 hours, 45 minutes offline. And we can then see our online time will record later. It should automatically record up here as well. So you'll get a total time spent on the course. Again, we navigate back to the resources section. So this time I'll go up to the top breadcrumbs here, the resources section, just to look at some other bits and pieces. So this one here is the checklist for completion of your course. So this is just useful at the end of your course to make sure you have everything complete. Just click there and you'll see all the different requirements and criteria for the teacher summer course that you need to complete in order to meet the requirements to secure your EPV days. So just check off those and make sure you have all of those before you move on to your next course, so you can be happy enough that you've met the criteria. And then at the very bottom here, you've got your certificate. This isn't available at the moment, so I can't show it to you. But when you've met all the criteria and your end of course assignment has been graded, now, particularly at the end of the summer towards August, there can be quite a few assignments for your course team to grade and review. So that can take a few days sometimes, but generally we're quite quick, and most of the course teams are very quick in getting feedback to you on your assignment. But just be aware that particularly on the last week, there can be so many assignments coming in for obvious reasons. People like to wait till that week to upload or complete their assignment, and so there can be quite a few to grade and review. So you may need to be a little bit patient at the end. If you're eager to get these, you get your certificate earlier, I'd encourage you to get all the criteria complete and your end of course assignment to us as early as possible, and we'll get it graded. If for any reason you feel that it should have been graded and hasn't, again, contact our team through the usual channels, the chat screen on the fluirse.com homepage. The quickest way is usually courses@fluirse.com, the email address, which is always down here at the bottom. Again, if you forget it, that's the best support email, and all our team have access to that. So you'll always get one of our support team by using that email address, or you can phone us on the support number, which is 066 712 9828. So if any questions like that, you can always contact our support team and we'll be happy to help. The very final thing down here in the bottom then is the general comment forum. So if you want to post a comment about the course or anything that's maybe outside of the actual the general commentary that you have with other teachers and with the course authors, but if you want to give some more general comments on the course, that's where to go there for that. So that's the general navigation of the course. Hopefully that gives you a good explanation. I think, sorry, that's the navigation of the resources section, and as covered earlier, general navigation of the entire course. So hopefully you have a good idea of how to navigate through your course. And like I said, regardless of what summer course you're doing with us, this should be a similar layout and similar navigation through the courses. Rule of thumb again is top to bottom. Always start at the top, working right through. And I would encourage you to go to course notes at the very start and take a copy of those, download them or print them before you start through your course. And that's always very, very useful. Again, worth reiterating about the attendance record. A very common question we get is, my online time isn't recorded correctly. It generally does record very, very accurately, but you may need to log off and wait up to 30 minutes or more for the system to register that you actually have completed and you're now offline, and then it will actually register the time you spent online. So sometimes you need to log off and come back a little bit later and you'll see your time recorded then from the previous session. But if you're still logged in or you've only just logged off, it won't record it and it mightn't show on the screen. So that's about it. I hope you found that little video on navigating through the resources section useful. Thank you for taking the time to watch these video tutorials. I hope you found it useful and that it gives you a little bit more insight and help in getting the most out of your Fluirse Teacher Summer course and the resources that are available within your training homepage and throughout your training. Of course, we're here to support you at all times, and there's multiple ways to contact us. The easiest and fastest is probably through email. You can always scroll to the bottom of the page like I have here to find that address, which is courses@fluirse.com. Sometimes people email us on courses@fluirse.ie, which is not our email address, and they wonder why they don't get a response. So just take care that you spell that correctly. It's courses@fluirse.com, and that gets to our team in general, and then the appropriate person will get back to you to answer your question as quickly as possible. And they're available at least Monday to Friday, 9 to 5:30. And sometimes we'll even be able to get back outside of those hours if we can. But certainly Monday to Friday, 9 to 5:30 is when our support team will be available. If you have any questions, often the first place to check is our frequently asked questions by clicking here at the top of the page, and you'll see that'll bring you to the frequently asked questions page on our website, and you can just click the little plus here to get the answer under each one. And we keep this updated quite regularly, and it should be quite accurate. So that's the first place to look if you have any questions about anything that you're unsure about before contacting us, as a lot of the questions come up over and over again, and that can be a quick way to get an answer. So just check there first. Also, if you're looking to contact our support team and you would prefer not to email, you have a number of other options as well. Again, if you go to the training homepage by going to the training login, you get to see all our contact details here, and that will give you our phone number, which is the summer course phone number here, Teacher Summer Courses, 066 712 9828, or the international prefix if you're outside of Ireland. That's how to get straight to our Teacher Summer Course support team. And also, if available, and usually for the duration of summer courses, the team should be monitoring the live chat. You'll see a green bubble will appear on your screen here with the live chat option, and you should be able to chat to our support team through that as well. And they can be very helpful for a quick answer. And they're usually available Monday to Friday, again, 9 to 5:30 at least. So always check the little green bubble there. If it pops up on your screen, you'll know that's available. So that's it, guys. Hope you found that useful. Thanks again for selecting Fluirse for your Teacher Summer course. We do appreciate that you chose us once again. It means a lot to us. And we've been doing this since 2007, and we're fairly clear that the reason we've been able to improve and deliver better and better courses and a better and improved training experience each summer for you is because of your feedback and your engagement with us and to us. So we really do appreciate that, and we appreciate your suggestions and ideas. And I'm not just saying that. So if you do have any ideas or feedback or suggestions on how we can improve things even further for future years, by all means, please contact our team and let us know. We do note down all the suggestions and take them on board. So it means a lot to us. Otherwise, I wish you the very best with your training. Please remember that we are here to help and we want to help. So if you do have any questions or if there's anything we can do to make your experience a little bit easier or to help you along your training path, please let us know. It's summertime after all, and no one should be stressed or under too much pressure at this time of the year. So hope rather than this being a stressful or a burden, it should be an engaging, exciting, informative and enjoyable experience. And we're here to help you experience that. So please do let us know if there's anything we can do to help. Otherwise, once you've finished your training, I do hope you have a great summer, and I wish you the very best in your new school year. Thanks again for all your support and your help.